As we know, social media can be a fun way to connect, but as experts have warned from the beginning, especially when it comes to children, it's almost like leaving your front door unlocked and open for the world to enter. With many kids cut off from socializing like they used to, many find strangers to help fill the void. Joining us with tips to keep our kids safe, we have Rania Mankarious, the Executive Director of Crime Stoppers of Houston. Good morning, Rania.
Good morning, Deborah. Good morning.
Okay, oftentimes we talked about social media in terms of pedophiles trying to groom kids. This is a different application here. Dr. Berman, when she found her 16-year-old son dead, she said, "We knew that he experimented with marijuana. They had a zero tolerance policy at home. They got him drug counseling. They tested him. But even being at home, he was not safe."
No, it's really scary, Deborah, because what we're seeing is that social media platforms, specifically Snapchat, but really all of them, are what's called the Uberization. Think of that. They're offering the Uberization of drugs, of very potent, very dangerous, fentanyl-laced drugs to the homes of our children. And we're seeing these overdoses increase in record numbers because kids just don't know. They click, they make a purchase within minutes, it's at their door, and there we have it. They take a pill, and oftentimes they're faced with these fentanyl-laced pills, and they die from an overdose.
Yeah, and you absolutely don't know what you are getting when you do that. Snapchat is one of the things that was popular because it disappears. But in terms of parents being more aware, check your kids' social media. Check if they have Snapchat even or Twitter, or if you suspect anything. Try to cut off or at least intervene.
Deborah, we say it over and over again. You and I have said it many times. Please, parents, talk to your kids. I know it's hard to stay on top of all the different trends and different issues, but look, here we are making this known. Stop today and have a conversation with your kids. Please know their passwords, be able to access all their social media, all their accounts. I don't want to hear that it infringes on their privacy. It makes me want to pull my hair out. You know, it's our obligation to monitor what they're doing. I'm not saying read every single message, constantly check their accounts, but have access to it. Make sure you're able to access. Check the mail from time to time. Know what deliveries they're getting. Follow what they're searching, what they're looking for, and have these honest conversations, because no kid thinks, if they see a bright, colorful ad on Snapchat or other social media platforms, they see drug directories. It looks like they're just getting Xanax or Percocet. They're not thinking anything can go wrong. How do they know that these pills are laced with fentanyl? Look, there are about 100 to 200 million pills right now for sale that we estimate are laced with fentanyl. And it only takes 2 milligrams, just a few pieces of salt in a pill for you to suffer an overdose. So This is a very important conversation.
And you say that, those pills are out there for sale. People are saying, how can this possibly be? Well, it's tricky. And oftentimes you'll get, in fact, Dr. Berman, we said, look, we have a record of who the dealer was. And they said, we really can't do anything about it because of privacy issues. So this is one of those things, kind of like Mothers Against Drunk Driving. They kept banging the drum until somebody heard it. We have to keep banging the drum until somebody hears it. And there has to be something that can actually control the situation.
And I'll tell you this, Section 230, people have been talking about this a lot lately. It was passed in 1997 by Congress. And what it ultimately does, it says that these these social media platforms are really not liable for anything that happens on their site, whether the sale of a child or the sale of a fentanyl-laced pill that's going to kill your child. They're just third-party bystanders. They have nothing to do with anything. We've got to start holding them accountable. There is a bubbling uproar of pressure to change that congressional section 230, to hold these social media accounts responsible, because until we do, there will always say, it's not our problem. Oh, we can't regulate. Oh, we try after the fact to remove the accounts. It's not enough. And Dr. Berman has made this plea. Anyone who has suffered from this is making the same request. Please, let's go to the carriers and let's hold them liable for things like this. got to, because otherwise I honestly don't know how we can get around this and how we can protect our kids beyond having these very important conversations and being on top of their social media and online use.
Yeah, they're a very important part. Right, my sister-in-law actually became her kid's friend on Facebook. They're like, "Mom, really? We know you changed your name, right?" But anyway, whatever it takes. Rania, thank you very much. Yeah.
Be smart.
For more information on what we talked about and other crime-related topics, call Crime Stoppers at 713-222-TIPS. That number works out to be 713-222-8477, or visit crime-stoppers.org.